everybody. Welcome to another wonderful conversation about the upcoming educational summit hosted by the Alliance for Massage Therapy Education, and that'll be happening this coming July 2017. That's July 26, 27, 28, 29, and then on the 30th is a post-convention meeting in beautiful Tucson, Arizona. And this year, our keynote speaker is a woman that I have known by reputation, but have actually, I don't know if we ever actually met in person, but we travel in the same circle. So I'm really happy to welcome Ruth Marion. And Ruth will be giving the keynote speech, the keynote address to this year's Alliance meeting. Ruth Marion began dedicating her work life to the massage therapy field when she became director of the Boulder School of Massage Therapy in 1984. Of course, the Boulder School was an icon in our field, and she served there until 1994. She was a member of the AMTA Council of Schools, and she participated in the AMTA project that created COMTA and CBTMB, and that part that is near and dear to my heart, the Massage Therapy Foundation. Ruth now lives in, are you still in Bozeman?
I am.
So in Bozeman, Montana, where she is active with her chapter. And Ruth, at this point, I'd love for you to tell us what's the title of your keynote speech, and maybe give us a little sense of why it's important that people hear what you have to say.
The title is Let's Get Real. And because I feel that a lot of us as school directors and continuing ed providers and teachers, we're all very busy, and it's very hard to understand exactly what's going on with the profession of massage therapy. It's hard to get the full big picture as well as to be really clear about the details. And so this is an opportunity for us as a group, the people who are in attendance, to look at the big picture and take a look at some very important details about what's going on in the profession of today. And my point being that one of the things that I believe is really holding massage therapy back from its potential to make a huge positive impact on the lives and the health of individuals and our society would be our low educational standards.
I would be surprised if you got a lot of pushback on that idea at the Alliance for Massage Therapy Education. So can you say more? I mean, I think we all have different ideas about what those low standards mean, or what improving or increasing the standards for massage therapy would mean individually. Can you say more about your vision of what that looks like?
My vision is that the people who are at the top of the profession right now would not be the only people who are working in hospitals, who are participating in research projects, who are writing articles, and who are meeting the expectations of their clients and their employers. So the fact that the vast majority of our graduates of our programs are inadequately prepared means that there is this wonderful potential that only the very, very few of today's practitioners are able to achieve. And to me, it breaks my heart. It's very hard for me to accept this ongoing limitation on our graduates. They cannot do what those of you who have achieved higher levels of education are able to do in the profession for your clients and for the profession.
I have so many follow-up questions for you. I'm having a hard time honing in on just one.
Can I tell you about the Boulder College of Massage Therapy?
Yes, sure.
So as you can imagine, that is something that I feel very strongly about. The Boulder College of Massage Therapy is no longer in business.
It was terrible sadness.
It's awful. So the Boulder College of Massage Therapy was one of the standard bearers. It was located in a state that didn't have licensing. And for many years, it had somewhere around a 1,000 to a 1,400 hour program. And what happened to the Boulder School is what has happened now to my school. I modeled my curriculum in my school in small Bozeman, Montana, with maybe 40 to 60 students at any given time in a combination of two programs, massage and skincare. I modeled the curriculum after the Boulder School's curriculum, which was a gem. And just like the Boulder School, I have now been informed by the U.S. Department of Education that I must either lose my students' access to federal financial aid, or I must decrease the number of hours in my program from 1,000 to 750, or I will lose access to federal financial aid. And I know that there's a lot of concern about, well, if you have financial aid, then the standard of your students goes down. They're not really high quality people. That is so not true. So not true. And so I have had to decrease my program to 750 hours, which is exactly what killed the Boulder School. They could no longer compete with the huge, beautiful facility that they had, with the private rooms for clinic treatments, with all of the benefits that they had been able to provide to their students. To have to cut back 25% in their program, meaning 25% of their revenue, they couldn't sustain it, and they tried. And they were a real standard bearer for the profession. And now we just have Nebraska and New York with 1,000 hours of education required. The people who come out of those programs are better equipped to meet the expectations of their employees, of their employers, and their clients. And that will, if we were to increase the standards to something more like 1,000 or 1,400 hours or an associate degree, we could begin to reach the potential that the profession has, and we could better serve our students who are paying thousands of dollars for something that is not preparing them to do anything other than what we call entry level.
Right. Well, we need to, there are many directions I'd love to continue this conversation, and maybe you and I can actually have a sit down and do that when we see each other in July. It would be unfair for me to pick one now because we'd have to cut it off so short. So I want to really thank you for taking some time to chat with me today. And I am really looking forward to hearing more about this and to engaging in some lively, meaty discussion about what's going on in massage therapy education and how we can work with what we've got to make it, to move us all forward.
Right, with small incremental steps that are totally realistic.
Totally realistic. Well, let's get real. All right, thank you so much, Ruth Marion, for being with us, and thank you for listening in today. We'll see you in July in Tucson at the Alliance for Massage Therapy Education Educators Summit. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.